Hello, Sublime family. So if you're watching the content, you can see I'm rocking the citrine and amethyst for various reasons right now. But I also want to deliver a message, and it is a message I'm going to deliver in love. I'm anchoring with this rose quartz for this one. It's a sensitive topic, and it's really about the process and how we are going about these days, because there is this energetic thread that reads something like this. I am a spiritual person. I understand how I connect to the universe. I know the modalities I even work in. I know these things. However, I am not having the time to really participate in my spiritual practice. I have so much going on. I mean, it's whether it's the kids, whether it's work, whether it's insert your distraction, really, legitimate, albeit, but insert your distraction. These things, these worldly 3D things, are in the way of my practice, and I am stuck. Okay? I'm addressing that narrative right now. So, one of the things I want you to lean on while you understand and really pull in this message is the principle of detachment and discernment. Let's talk about those two separately. So we know with detachment that you are in this world, not of this world. You are here for a finite amount of time, and then you will go on to the next. The very essence of why detachment is possible. You don't belong here. You are here on loan, right? And everything that happens in and through and out of this life, they're all different energies, different frequencies, and through free will ought to be allowed to move freely. In order for them to move freely, you must not hold on to things as they pass by you. In terms of relationships, because you immediately went there, so many immediately went there, I want to talk about it. When you are contracted with a person, another physical breathing being, when you're contracted in this way, and we're not talking about I'm dating, I'm spending time with, I'm talking about those deep connections where there is indeed a physical or deeply energetic contract, a deep one, okay? And this is a murky place for a lot of you, and I'm feeling it right now. Where that exists, you have room for compromise, discussions, communication, and all those beautiful things so that your parallel journeys coexist harmoniously, because you're feeding into each other. You must, because you have elected to do your parallel journeys as one. So you must care on both sides of those paths, right? Yeah. If that is not indeed where you are with your person at this time, then you must not murky the water. You cannot get it twisted. You have to understand that you are in some phase ahead of that. Okay? So as you're moving through and there is resistance and you find yourself in these places where you're having to sit in the quiet of your mind and try to rationalize how to get through it, you have to allow for the possibility that you may in fact be holding on to something that's trying to flow in any direction, not necessarily away from you. Just, you cannot hold that energy in place. You have to trust the universe. You have to trust your process. You have to trust that person also. No matter what this is, I trust that our highest and best will manifest from here. And don't hold your energy or the other. Let it flow. Let it flow, and don't be the resistance. You don't want to be the resistance because you don't want things to be holding you from your highest and best. So you have to trust and not hold, because that's that fear-based energy. We know about that, okay? So that's detachment. Now I want to go into discernment, because I want to talk about these separately. Depending on where you are with each, you may or may not, get the message. So we're going to move on to discernment. We're going to let the thought of the partner go. Please. Okay. Now discernment, and let's talk third eye. Okay. You want to clearly see and clearly know as much as you can in this life. It helps your decision-making process. So rather than only use your mind, rather than only use your heart, the things that you can trust and prove, those are some of the receptors, but you truly need your inner receptor. You have to, dare I say, cultivate and trust your intuition, because through discernment, you can keep yourself on the path simply by following the ebb and flow of the frequency, So it's like we have all of this knowledge in ourselves. I don't even call it hidden knowledge. It's in there and you have it. And your ability to be real and true with yourself allows you to unlock that knowing. So if you truly are dedicated to your highest and best, and it is not just about some random rituals that when you do in the moonlight because you see it on socials, if you are really going to anchor in and claim your sovereignty, truly, then these two areas you're going to want to get control of. You want to be free flowing in the surrender and flow mode so that you are properly detached and able to receive and be used energetically. You want your discernment so high. You really do, because that is how you can tap into these subtle energies that are indeed what is navigating you through all of this 3D real life chaos, right? And when those two things are, like, you consciously are aware that these are the two things that you want to really get a hold of, get really seated in your body, in your meta body, you're going to have more ease in the thought process, because you're not weighted down with the fear-based energy. You're pulling it up several layers. All of that matters, because what is the goal? Sovereignty. That's the goal, because you are co-creator, you and the higher power, not any other human here, just so we have the co-creator role, right? So the only way to navigate this journey is to navigate this journey. The only way to get there is to do, I don't want to call it the work, because experience is a verb. Experience is what we're doing on this planet here. This is about making sure that your priority list is truly for your highest and best. Truly. There's so much more into this, and if you really are resonating, I suggest that you look into having a Sublime alignment session with me, truly, because there's so many layers here. Once you're seated in that place where you've claimed your space and you move forward, so many things open up. You see things differently. You're able to tap into these ancient energies to progress you forward. And it's a whole different way of living life. But you do not get there if you're currently telling yourself, I don't have time for my spiritual practice. Yes, there is time. You have to detach from some things, anchor in truth, anchor in yourself, and the things that are giving you the utmost resistance, you look at those things really hard. are you holding? Because if you're holding, you must let go. And start following your inner compass, your intuition, your discernment, so that you're shifting how you do this from the physical to the metaphysical. There's a whole other realm that you can work with. That's my soundbite. That is where I'm going to shut this channel down today. I share this in love. I really, really do. You're so close. You're a decision away. You're a decision away. I suggest you make that decision for you. It's not about work. It's not about friends. It's not about significant other. This is about you. And when you choose you, everything else responds. It does. When you put your journey, your life as the important thing. And choose yourself. Choose yourself. You're not unchoosing others. No. But you are putting yourself in the priority seat. It's your life. There is a lot of unlearning to do. There's a lot of rewiring how the nouns and the verbs create the logic in your head. There's so much learning, relearning, decoupling, deprogramming that can be done. And one decision away. Yeah, I'm going to shut it down here. Make this a beautiful day. If this resonates, please let me know about it. More than that, engage, tap in. There are many different ways that you can get on this vibration and not lose it. Just get on this frequency.